threatened by new variants, has just announced he's moving up the vaccination timeline, now declaring all adults will be eligible for vaccinations as of April 19th. The president speaking to reporters late today, acknowledging that cases are rising again. His warning coming as health experts continue to debate if the country has entered a fourth wave of illness and what that looks like. In a few minutes, my exclusive conversation with the governor of New Jersey, one of the states trying to manage a troubling rise in cases. But if theirs is a cautionary tale, it is not being heeded by a growing number of states that tonight seem eager to move on.
Yeah, Texas. So
that's where we start with Miguel Almaguer.
It was the state hit hardest by the deadly winter surge. Now California, the world's fifth largest economy, plans to fully reopen by June 15th, if all goes well.
We are seeing bright light at the end of the tunnel.
California's slow, measured approach, far different than the one unfolding in Texas. In striking defiance of CDC guidance,
Arlington.
The Rangers hosted a sellout crowd of 38,000, making social distancing nearly impossible. And though masks were required, they were often not worn.
We also honor all who have lost their lives.
The team holding a moment of silence for COVID victims and healthcare workers, though experts say it's events exactly like this that can jeopardize lives.
Right now, the problem is we still have a chunk of Americans who are high risk who have not gotten vaccinated.
Though Texas has seen a 19% drop in COVID cases, states in over half the country are recording a rise in infections. Minnesota's hospitalizations doubling in 5 weeks. In Michigan, the situation growing critical.
The hospital's filling up. The department is filling up as well.
Hoping to quickly reach herd immunity, today the president says states should open vaccinations to all adults by April 19th, nearly 2 weeks earlier than his previous goal. Today, new research suggesting Moderna's vaccine, like Pfizer's, remains effective for at least 6 months. But even as the U.S. averages 3 million vaccinations a day with 169 million shots into arms so far, variants are fueling new worries. Still, states like New Jersey, with rising cases and hospitalizations, are already loosening more restrictions. The country eager to move forward while still facing the threat of its deadly past. Miguel Almaguer, NBC News.
And today I spent time in one of those states struggling with rising cases, New Jersey, with the second highest rate of new infections per capita. In an NBC News exclusive, I spoke to New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy about what's happening there and why.
So we've got 17 different places in Newark right now.
I met up with New Jersey's governor as he visited a FEMA vaccination site in Newark today.
Is this number one? Is this first?
One of the battlegrounds in the state's urgent fight to reverse an increase in COVID infections.
Yeah, we rank highly, unfortunately. Densest state in America, densest region in America, a cold weather winter state, multi-generational families.
Are you in a new wave right now?
I think we are in a plateau. We're up somewhat over the past couple of weeks, but still down meaningfully from where we were in January.
Over the last 13 days, New Jersey has a nearly 13% increase in cases. Hit hard at the start of the pandemic, New Jersey under Governor Phil Murphy already has the highest COVID death toll per capita. Over 24,000 New Jerseyans have died, another 15 just yesterday. If this was happening at the beginning of the pandemic, you'd likely be adding restrictions, not reducing them. Is that a fair statement?
Well, it was certainly at the time we did a year ago, and that had a lot to do with the fact that none of us knew what hit us. I think you've got variants in our state. We're not really doing a whole lot of opening.
New Jersey recently eased capacity restrictions for indoor dining, entertainment venues, gyms, among others, but has moved more cautiously than many other states. Are the decisions now in terms of allowing, half capacity in restaurants, for example, are those science-based or based on pressure from restaurant owners?
Now, we have nothing but sympathy for the restaurant industry as an example, which has been completely clobbered. But we're still making the decisions based on the data.
There have been some states that have largely thrown away, lifted all their restrictions and are doing better than New Jersey. Does that frustrate you?
I think it's because of less density and warmer weather, honestly. they're able to spread out more than we can, and they're able to live more of their lives outdoors than we can. It's a reason for us to remain
No, it's
sober
regional.
and to double down on our efforts.
The
and we'll
South is going
continue
to
do
see
that.
what the
The
Northeast
state
is getting.
working to head off what models project is a worst case.
Worst case is 4,000 or 5,000 folks in the hospital. Our peak in the spring last year was just under 8,300.
New Jersey has administered more than 4.7 million vaccine doses, but has been slower than many states in expanding eligibility.
So you have, New Jersey now has dropped the eligibility to age 55 and over, so
As of yesterday,
you qualify.
I'm in.
Governor Murphy does not foresee tightened restrictions in New Jersey's future. The bottom of his tool bag should cases continue to rise. Maybe a plea from the heart.
We know that you're fatigued. We know you're sick of this, but please, God, keep doing the basic stuff. Get vaccinated. Get tested if you need to be.
In line with President Biden's new directive, Governor Murphy says New Jersey will open up vaccinations to all its residents over the age of 16 on April 19th. And here's where we stand tonight. More than 108 million Americans have received at least one vaccine dose. The number hospitalized remains steady at about 34,000. And make a plan so you'll be ready when it's your turn for your vaccination. Visit planyourvaccine.com.